What is going on YouTube? So I just got back from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Well, I saw the movie earlier today and now I'm getting this review up, which is basically it's another Marvel movie, high energy, you're going to get some good action sequences and okay, a lot of people are kind of divided on this movie. A lot of people really liked it. A lot of people didn't like it, and here are my thoughts on it. I'll give you the good, the bad, and everything else of what I thought of this movie. So, first thing, Star Lord himself, Chris Pratt, really good performance. You could tell he got back into shape, obviously, for this movie. Commits to his role like that, and he was good as Star Lord. He was funny when he needed to be funny. He was serious when he needed to be serious. You could tell he really knows how to play this character, obviously, and it was great seeing him again as this character. And then Gamora, serviceable. I mean, Zoe Saldana is a really good actress. That's what I've learned from these movies, and it's just that I don't know. I thought maybe they could have done a little bit more with her character. I'll talk a little bit more about what I didn't like later, but let's see. Rocky Raccoon, pretty funny. Baby Groot was pretty cool in this movie. I thought he was a fun character while he was there. Yondu, they really made you care about this character in this movie especially, and we got to see more of Karen Gillian's character, Nebula, I think. Yeah, it's Nebula. Yeah. We saw more of her. Sylvester Stallone's not in this movie a whole lot. For those of you guys who were, yeah, some of you guys might be disappointed. That's not a spoiler. It's just he's not in the movie a whole lot. Just manage your expectations, and yeah, he was good in the scenes he was in. They didn't. I think they're setting him up for future Marvel movies and whatnot because I know he's obviously going to be in more movies. So, um, Kurt Russell, yeah, he was good as Star Lord's dad. I mean, I don't know a lot about him in the comics to be honest with you, but Ego was an interesting character, and I thought it was a cool direction they were going with that character. And yeah, besides the characters, the story, uh, the humor I also really liked in this movie. Now, I guess this is where it kind of ends for things I liked. Now I guess I'll get into the things I didn't like, and then I will talk about my overall thoughts of this movie. Now, keep this in mind. I'm not a Marvel fanboy, not a DC fanboy. I just like good movies. Simple as that. And the things I didn't like were one, I felt like the storytelling was a bit uneven. Sometimes they were trying to go in this direction, then that direction, and it just sometimes it was kind of hard to keep up with it a little bit. And in the first movie they had a simple story, and I liked that. It was a good introduction to characters, simple story, good soundtrack. This one also had a decent soundtrack, I guess, but nothing really memorable. But whatever. I mean, that's just a tiny little gripe, but soundtrack helps definitely for movies. So, um, next up is the pacing. I had a little bit of trouble with because sometimes it felt like it was fast paced, but then sometimes it slowed down a bit at the serious parts. Not saying the serious parts didn't help or I didn't feel any emotion. It's just sometimes there were parts in this movie where I was just like, especially towards the ending, no spoilers, but it just felt like it was going a little bit. I was just thinking to myself, okay, when is this gonna end? Let's wrap this up. Um, I don't know about the directing of James Gunn. I mean, he's a fantastic writer. Like, I'll say that. I mean, the dialogue's pretty good. Obviously, I've seen his other movies that are non MCU, like Dawn of the Dead. He did a good job of writing that. A lot of people don't know he wrote that movie with Zack Snyder, but Zack Snyder directed that movie. But anyways, he's a good writer, good director. You can tell from that first movie and this a little bit. But I feel like if you want to watch a better James Gunn movie, you might as well watch the first Guardians. I mean, to be fair, that's another thing is that going into this movie, I think it had a lot to live up to because that first one was a lot of fun, and you obviously care about these characters and you hope for the best because I feel like if you really want this movie to be better than the first movie, you might be disappointed, but I think there is something to enjoy in this movie. I mean, I think we all can agree on that. Even if you didn't like the movie, maybe there's at least a few things you liked. I certainly enjoyed this movie overall, you know. Not my favorite MCU film, not my favorite Marvel movie, not my favorite comic book movie, but it was enjoyable and it did its job for, I guess, a summer movie. I don't know, it's a little bit early, but you know, we'll see how the rest of the summer goes. It's gonna be kind of competitive this year, but yeah. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna do this for this movie and future movies. I'm coming up with a new rating system where one is the best movie of all time, and 10 would be the worst movie. So I'm switching it up from the traditional rating system. But yeah, all right. On a scale of 1 through 10, on that scale of 1 through 10, the one I just came up with, I would give this movie a 4.5. Pretty good movie, solid movie. You know, not the most memorable Marvel movie. You know, enjoyable. I liked it, and you know, did you guys see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? What did you like about the movie? What did you not like about the movie? Comment below. And yeah, if you guys like this video and you know want to see more of these, click that subscribe button. Why am I telling you? You should know that by now. Anyways, goodbye.